Pamela Spence, medical herbalist here, and these are my clinic notes for the week. We're in the dispensary today, so these are all my bottles behind me, as you can see in the dispensary. Just finished clinic and just finished making medicines for my patients. So this week, it just really feels like there is a lot of COVID around. And in the past, when numbers have been high, I haven't really felt like I've seen it so much in my local community. But at the moment, it feels like, just about everyone and their aunties testing positive. And so what I wanted to say was that the fact that numbers are going up, coupled with the fact that we are about to change a season, means that your immune system will be under pressure. So the hay fever that we've talked about several months ago, it feels like now, is passing. But with the change of season, there's always a bit of pressure put on the body. There's always a stressor put on the body. And at this time, it's really important that we look after our immunity. So also, because in Scotland, as I've said, our children are already back to school, I can tell you we have already had the back to school cold, and our local nursery has already had to close because of a stomach bug. So we're coming back to that time where all the snotty kids get together and they all pass the germs around. And we're used to this. This happens every year. But obviously this year we have to take a bit more care. So in terms of looking after your immunity, make sure that when it is cold and chilly, you have an extra layer on. Make sure that you are able to whip an extra layer out of your bag or wherever when you need it. Don't get caught by a sudden windy spot or sudden drop in temperature, because that can be tricky for the body, because then it needs to use energy heating you up instead of defending you. If you think of it that way, that's the way I find it easiest. So be prepared for weather changes, because here it was really quite autumnal and now it's back to being quite sunny again, although with a little heavy dew in the morning. And actually a couple of days ago I almost thought I could see frost in the morning. I could certainly see my dragon's breath as I was out walking the dog. So making sure you're dressing for the weather, starting to think a bit about on cold days incorporating more cooked foods into your diet if you are a sandwich and salad junkie. In the summertime, your body will thank you for cooked food on colder days. And also thinking a bit about actually actively supporting immunity. So things like maybe starting to think about taking your vitamin D if you haven't over the summer, taking vitamin C, particularly important if there's a COVID, in around about you, or lots of bugs of any kind really around about you. As extra support for immunity. Zinc also useful. You could be drinking echinacea tea. You could be looking the elderberries. They're not ready where I am, but if you're further down south, they might well be where you are. So thinking about gathering elderberries and making syrup perhaps, or something like that with them. Because we know that they're great for helping our immune systems. So think about vitamin C rich things, thinking about raising the temperature of what you're putting in your body, particularly when it is a cold day, protecting yourself from sudden drops in temperature, and doing all the usual things to stay safe. Also, if you are in England or even further afield and it's not summer over yet, and you haven't taken a break, I would really urge you to do that now, in whatever shape or form that can mean. Just break your routine. It's really important we do that now to build our resilience, because of course we're not quite sure what's going to happen this autumn and winter, and we haven't had our normal summer breaks to replenish, and we do really need that. It makes a massive difference both to your emotional health and to your physical health. So try and break your routine while you can. I've broken mine a lot, and now I'm getting ready to settle into my autumn routine, which I'm looking forward to. I hope that's been helpful, and I look forward to updating you again next week. Take care.